already will. Please come with me, Proxy. The head. It should be right around here. One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think. Show no mercy. My blade is...
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
I'll pierce right through. Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I got ahead of myself and made things difficult for you.
By the way, Miss Charon, how are you so fluid when you move and fight? Because of your exceptional hearing and tactile senses?
That's one part.
What could have happened? Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper. Just...
The surrounding ether levels have increased significantly. What's going on? Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop.
Those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether. As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate. You're in my sights.
Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active, and cause more to show up. All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive.
They're still survivors. Charon.
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3, the one with severe wounds.
Who? Help me.
Is there nothing else we can do?
His internal organs are up.
Am I...
Four of these eyes of mine have their youth staring into death.
I remember now. There was a madman. A lunatic.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about.
Leave.
Looks like the person behind it.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask...
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves?
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular...
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
If I'm not mistaken...
It's alright, I'll keep looking.
Remembrance Day?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Was your missing friend also a member? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's...
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But then...
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force.
Well... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital...
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't...
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the... I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to...
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for, male or...
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if you don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find... Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force...
Of course. Once I've checked out, remember...
Finn, you've already been to the hub.
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately...
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely...
That's right. It seems the client was kidnapped, taken into the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for more clues.
Well, just take a look for yourself. I checked a map of New Eridu.
We were just stressing over a lack of leads, and now one conveniently falls into our—
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now, and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the— Just be careful. Any casualties, and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to the—
Don't mention it, but why keep secrets? From a practical standpoint—
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
But I have to admit, it's too dangerous. That location message seems cagey.
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happened?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding—
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trust— I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed— Please, Proxy. This—
I understand how anxious you must be right now. We can help you.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I—
Awaiting further instructions.
Want to see the red?
Ooh, the stage will be mine. Ready and waiting.
I am the Eye of—
Awaiting for—
Eradicate, my blade is ready.
Looks like there's something here. Is this a
Proxy, look at this.
Why is there a communicator here?
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only—
Oh, such decisiveness.
Fire Squad? What's that?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions are— You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided—
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. And now with you—
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the hollow entrance they shared, if you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shot? You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm—
Now that's the spirit! If you're looking for someone, why not say— Oh, and I've prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking shots from afar.
Like flick up.
Is there nothing we can do?
Scatter.
Fine.
I found a box. Something feels...
You still remember what's inside the box, right? Your loyal teammate's cap, the one Styx always wore. Curious as to how he died? I'll tell you. He took his own life. Well, it wasn't much different from being off by ethereal.
You're in my...
Ethereal had almost completely taken over his body. He was being corrupted, covered in ether crystals.
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them. As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her gloves are stylish.
Head in position.
Such a pretty... And now, both her hands were missing. Oh, don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
You should know.
Such beautiful hands, but they could no longer hold the sword. Ethereal gnawed off her arms, and part of her went as well.
Take the shot. Recalibrating.
But she still had some backbone. She stood tall, even in...
Don't breathe now.
My heart is a mirror.
It's just as I said. She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful flower will wither without protection, won't it? Now, do you think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
You're in my sight. How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse? Weakling. I'll be coming to your hideout soon.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside it, there weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer, not exactly combat material, right?
That's enough. using her squadmates who are like family to mentally torture her.
Oh dear. Did I go too far? My sincerest apologies. Relax. The person you're looking for isn't here. And those are just fakes. I didn't actually take... Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. A decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness...
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment you knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were a little more than a hollow shell before. But I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrade's death, have you?
We both believe her squad is still alive. You can stop with the lot. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to serve in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it. Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammate.
Shut up.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing when the old capital fell. Countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by ethereals or retained them. The surviving, obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never...
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof.
I could never understand? You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process?
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but they're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. You'd rather believe those we finally faced.
I'm not lying to...
Really want to find your... Give yourself some... Giving up already.
Charon is not a coward. At the very least, she's fought.
Proxy.
Your proxy sure has...
I've completed analysis of the...
fissures.
Charon? Do you want some hot cocoa?
Thanks, but I'm...
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just the things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I tried to shake off that feeling. But the truth is, I can't...
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding. Defense Force HQ thought it was just a Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be... But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but Just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing when I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force. Left to want the defense force, civilians. No one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes... I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still... But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes if they're truly no longer alive? How can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at...
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Belle and I will always... You don't need to make any justifications. Because someone close to us is missing too. And we desperately hope... But I also think, being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward...
That's right. Charon, you're a very kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone, and regret when you can't...
Yeah, you can trust your will and determination.
Proxy.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you... Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location with...
They're pretty eager, huh?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right...
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White...
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before?
So they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture.
Sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were
I'm really sorry. Zeta... No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the...
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No,
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as...
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. That's something I can't face, even after all this time.
Just look all around. After my husband passed away, Styx always...
Mom and I have our tough days, but I
thank you for all...
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my...
Ethel.
Yes, that's true. I used the benefit every time when I was too...
As for me, well...
A fashion designer.
It is. I admit I had no idea. Anyway, you know...
As you can see, please remember...
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any...
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So, it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message.
Sorry, but who's this Nathan?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow,
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, we all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while we...
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers? A decorated veteran. That seems fit.
Everyone, please, quiet down.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the defense. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with... They gave their lives facing in honor of the wishes of the departed. Look ahead, people of New Eridu. My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, the reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. Is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old capital. No one talks about this is a new Eridu. Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sat... What meaning does the Open your eyes! If death is the medal for tear the wound open...
I don't agree.
Charon.
Among the people standing, the will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died, the old me might have agreed with what you said. But someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited. That's why. I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear. But with a melody, each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first,
You seem quite certain.
I'm not sure.
I was right about you, Charon.
I'm sorry you feel...
Everyone, I apologize.
What do you think?
Her demeanor and what she said earlier. Something...
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same... Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier. She seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her direct. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care.
Looks like you're a little... I'll send you the location.
A location with a picture.
Charon, what's your plan?
I've made up my mind. It's up to me to stop...
Awaiting further instructions.
Want to see the
Ooh, the stage will be mine. Ready and waiting.
This is the path.
Strike.
Charon, look! Another communicator.
Another communicator?
Oh, really?
Do you really still need to
You're right.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the knocked Cartes and Impera squad. So far, all the victims have been Nemesis. Your squad, lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge just like me. The fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you? The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him. I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that I even said... It turned out we even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die. It's just... You used ridiculous... One night, when I was old, they were pleading with me. So,
Do you really think that...
What else? What a no! It's precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude...
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, to Jesse, Aaron, but you can't see any of that, Grim Vulture.
That's... Since you made it here, let me reward you with a few things you don't know. Noct, Cartes, Impera, and many other squads. Did you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat?
The stage is mine.
Relying on a show of hands to vote isn't that
think
So, when I killed them, I employed the same method.
What's the position?
On who I should kill first? You wouldn't believe how funny it was.
Jesse and Aaron. Do you have them too? Or are they already?
You still care about them? Or should I say... It looks like I haven't.
I'll pierce right through. It's over.
Why not leave their fate?
The wind and rain are picking up.
This extreme weather is perfect for sending you to your grave, don't you think? No one will hear your screams and cries as you die.
Show no mercy.
By the time the rain stops, maybe less warm. I wonder, do you remember the weather on the day the old... You made it part of the hollow one go. Ah! Such determination deserves praise! Now, time for the final showdown to your graveyard.
This song is dedicated to the world!
Only way to put it. What sniper would ever confront their enemy head on?
Show no mercy.
I prepared a little gift for you.
Don't hesitate.
You're the serial by abducting and corrupting a high-ranking officer.
The real failure as a sniper is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily. What?
I will surpass you with my own melody of victory. And let the wind be the opening notes.
Charon! No! Wake up! Charon! That's...
Just you? Where's your...
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak... A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both...
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of my companions guarding me? Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence. And
yet you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found...
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore.
Did Do you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you, my comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I made my way through one battle line after another. Advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when a few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious. They told me they were beyond saving. And if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. You already know what happened afterward. I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. If the reinforcements had kept their word and provided support, they wouldn't have died for nothing.
To say I don't would be a lie. But I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the Hollow, there was no way, given how quickly the Hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't canceling the reinforcements, sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize...
I couldn't. I can't help but resent them. By the time Nathan... When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him. I think I've said this before. Very similar. Yet we have completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, you're still entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't, I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to...
Why?
Emptiness and doubt. No matter how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, but you're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through. My belief has faltered. I finally remember. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. So be it. Take the hostage and go. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be. It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And you taught me in the most intense way.
Really? So you found... That's good.
So you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me. Nathan, the younger brother of Lethe.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but...
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe.
Thank you. I hate to say this as a family member, but...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years. But it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grim?
Yes. Regardless of how things...
With me and Belle?
Go ahead.
Hey, hello? Alright, it's a recording. This is a message from... Everyone ready? I'll count down.
Congratulations on your...
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync. Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about...
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake.
That's our medic, Kakaitis.
You two, stop arguing.
And that Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing.
All right, let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted. But he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, over these 1,000 days, you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot.
Not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years. Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us, but I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. As our squad, I get how you feel. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is...
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something. Because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this...
Exactly. Honestly, I'm sometimes pleased. Don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. This is getting way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If...
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Of course.
Yes, crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment, so this is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything. Proxies. No. Lies. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe...
No worries. Honestly, my brother and I have been a bit lost recently. Meeting you, though, well, it feels like we've known each other forever. Doesn't it, Wise?
Yeah, we've learned a lot from you, too. If nothing else, spending time with you really cheered us up. Perhaps we've always shared the same resolve.
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad, and because of that, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's codename. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my codename, because I thought Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her. I've been using her codename, because but I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true...
You don't have to tell me right now.
Charon, at the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately, wasn't he?
Yes. He's...
So?
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal.
Your new goal... Is it to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me... I'll uncover the real culprits behind the old capital's fall, and I have a gut feeling the masterminds will reveal themselves again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherish by letting the will to protect guide my hatred.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we shouldn't learn your true codename, nor entrust our backs to one another.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No. We might walk...
To be honest, after facing an enemy, we're nowhere near strong enough to protect you. And we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
If this is your slightly selfish if, as you say, our destination is, I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to
Yes, it's a promise.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain...
Yeah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Let me confirm a few details before...
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Trigger. I was triggered...
Awaiting further...
Want to see the...
He's the cupcake.
A mission?
It's our...
Good day, Proxy.
Asset confirmed. Preparing to move out.
Touch me. Eradicate. This is...
I'm at your disposal. I shall follow your orders.
Welcome in. What mods are you going for this time? Is that it? Come back next time, you hear?
Hello there. How about a Tin Master special? Whenever you feel lost, you can always come back here for a cup of coffee.